Welcome to the final round of my Blitz tournament in Biel, Switzerland. This is round 13 and I currently have 7.5 out of 13, along with my opponent who also has 7.5 and is an international master from India, 2261 ELO. This is going to be a spicy match and we shake hands and we start. I start off with e4. My opponent takes a small while, plays e5, knight f3 attacking this pawn here, No, not knight c6, d6, which is the Philidor. I immediately attack the center with d4, the best move possible, and bishop g4. I take this pawn, and now my opponent doesn't take back, but plays knight d7. This is a gambit known as the Alpen Blackburn gambit. You need to accept the gambit in order to win. That is how the saying goes. So my opponent has an advancement in development against my pawn up here. So queen e7, I go knight c3, and my opponent plans to castle long here. So I develop my pieces, and a lot of these developing moves are actually quite bad. I'm taking my time after castles long. How am I going to position my pieces? The rook is running down this d-file. If it ever gets exposed, there could be some discoveries on my castled king here on g1 with the bishop takes h2, so I'm just being careful here, and I actually try to maneuver my queen to the side of the board to go to a4 so that there are no discoveries. But this loss of 2 tempi now makes this game completely equal, as black has a full set of very nicely placed pieces here, fully developed, castled king. It's like you're showered, you're shampooed, you're ready to go for that night out. And after queen a4, I take some time here. I was really scared of castles. I was really scared of this, and I was quite scared of castles long because I just give a pawn. So here I really wanted to formulate a tactic on this x-ray, which I knew my opponent would miss. So I came up with this tactic. Bishop takes f6. And now my opponent is like hesitant because a bishop for a knight is usually not so good. And my follow-up is this, e5. And now my queen horizontally attacks this bishop. My knight takes and defends the bishop. And here I take a think, because I thought after knight takes, queen takes, and now my bishop is just completely tranquilized here, and I can never castle if that happens. That was my original plan, and I'm like, oh no, I can't take anymore. So now I try to figure out other things. I keep looking at other moves. So I try castle in my mind, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, and then queen takes at the end, and I'm just lost. So I can't castle short. I think of castles long, my king, it cannot go through there, and now I take. And I completely missed this, as you saw from my calculations. It just hangs mate in 1. And actually I remember a famous grandmaster game in which a grandmaster, he missed or fell through for the same exact checkmate against a Scotch. So at least that gives me a little bit of comfort. We learn from our failures, we grow from them, and we shouldn't shy away from showing them as well.